What's up, YouTube? It's the Dawn, where shit gets real. You're a little foggy there for a second. Alright, today is going to be a 2-for-1. First of all, I want to say thank you for all the nice comments that you guys left from my last video where I had my wife in the video. I appreciate it. I got a couple emails. I really appreciate all the kind words. My wife's she's not going to be in this video, but you know, she did say she want to be in all the giveaway videos, so she will be in all the giveaway videos. She's not in this one. She's a little mad at me right now. So, baby, I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. You know how women, I love my wife to death, but sometimes, you know, she don't believe me. She's mad at me. If she's mad at me, she don't think I love her. But anyway, I love you, babe. But anyway, we're going to talk about the Arctic and the Milkman. So first, let me say this. Jim won this. I see him regularly on Facebook, and he told me, hey, Donald, you can burn one of the coils if you like. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to burn one of the coils. I'm going to take it up to 100 watts. I'm going to take it up to whatever I'm going to burn this joint up. All right. So since after I use it and send it off to him, I'll never go buy one of these. So not to saying that it's bad or not. I haven't even tried it yet. I'm just saying there's so many of them out there, and I already got a couple. I'm not going to keep just buying them. So I'll just test this out and see how it is. But first, let's talk about this Milkman. Okay. So I know I'm a little late to the party, but it comes in a really gimmicky box. I think the box is kind of cool. It's got missing on the back, and the missing tells, description: 18 and over, height 5 feet. 5 feet, clouds are higher, weight full. Figured clouds, gender, ladies and gentlemen. It's really unique, and it's really gimmicky. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. So the first thing I noticed about this bottle is that I seen a number with a circle in it. Now I wear contacts, so it's hard to see these little letters and stuff. But I seen 18 on, so I thought it meant, first glance I thought it said 18 plus. But then I looked at it again, and it's a dollar sign, and it has a price tag on it. So let's see if you can see that. $18. Now that's kind of unique. I've never seen that on a bottle of juice. It's kind of unique. Other thing I've seen on here, now if you notice, this bottle has no nicotine. Okay, 30 ml, 0 milligram, 99% VG, fresh, pure, delicious for your milky clouds. Contains no milk. Okay, let me read this real quick, and it's something I'm gonna have to look into and report back, because I'm not really sure if this is true, accurate. I don't know. It might be accurate. I don't know. Let me read this. California Proposition 65 warning. That's in red. Okay, now the rest of them I'm about to read is in black. It's very small, so bear with me. This product contains and or produces chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects or other reproductive harm. That sounds like something you would see on a pack of cigarettes. So it produces a chemical. So you're telling me that when I vape this and I blow it out, it produces a chemical to cause birth defects or reproductive harm? I don't know. I don't know what the FDA is. That's why advocacy is such an important thing. And don't think that I'm not doing anything for advocacy. I am. I'm working on something. I will let all you guys know when the time is right. And a lot of other reviewers are doing a lot of things. I looked at a video this morning. Matt was kind of upset because somebody was bashing something. But everybody should be a member of Kasai. I will post a link below. But this video is not about that. So let's just keep it moving. All right. I was late to the bandwagon on this one. Let me read part of the description. They say it's supposed to be, it's a long description. It's supposed to be a toasted fruit tart thrown into a blender with a dollop of delicious vanilla bean ice cream and a splash of milk. Then another one says warm toasted fruit tart milkshake. Okay, so let me take a toke. Now, me personally, I never had a fruit tart milkshake. Like, I never took a tart I've never thrown it into a blender with some ice cream and drank that. So I can't relate to what that would taste like, but what this tastes like to me, it tastes like a Captain Crunch cereal with, with the, the fruit, almost like, did they make one with the berries and, yeah, the berry crunch one. Yeah, it tastes like a Captain Crunch. Let me take another toke. It tastes like a strawberry Captain Crunch. Like if they were to make a strawberry Captain Crunch or all just the red ones. I know some of them are the same flavors, but it tastes like Captain Crunch to me. It even gives you that, I don't want to say cardboard taste. It's a unique taste that Captain Crunch vapes give you. It gives you that. I don't get a lot of, let me take another toke. I guess I get a little bit of the milkiness, a tad. I don't get any vanilla bean. When I think of vanilla bean, I'm thinking like Haagen-Dazs vanilla bean, Breyers ice cream vanilla bean. It has a very distinct, strong vanilla taste. The vanilla, the drink at Starbucks. Let me take another toke. I don't get a lot of vanilla at all. But anyway, this says it's 99% VG. It comes in a plastic bottle. Now, I'm digging the plastic bottle, but it's got that infamous child protective top that it fits on there snug. And, it fits on there snug. Now, the bottom of it is not wet, but most of the time I leave it in this box. And, yep, the box has a ring of wetness around the bottom. I don't know what it is about this style of tops. I think it's these tops. Sometimes they leak. Now I know we need the childproof tops on all these bottles, but I hate, the vape rings around the table or wherever. But I've just been leaving it in this box. This will probably get steeped for a long time because it's not the greatest. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I give this a 7. I mean, it's not bad. It's not horrible. It's definitely vapable. If I put it in a tank, I would vape the whole tank, but I probably wouldn't fill it back up. I'll probably switch it over to something else. So in that sense, it will get vaped, but I'll let friends try it or whatever. But it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest. I wish it was better. For me, this is just my opinion. There's better out there, but for $18, it's not bad. $18 is a fair price. The presentation, you're probably paying $1 for the presentation, so it probably, I don't know, I'm not gonna get into that. So let's just dive up close and start talking about this Arctic. All right, let's do that right now. Let me take another toke. Yeah, nothing spectacular. Let's dive up close. All right, so we're up close with this Arctic. I'm gonna run through this really quick because this is not a new device, and you've probably seen 1,000 of them. But this one has the bottom turbine dual coil in it. At the moment, on the back, it tells you a little bit about the device. One thing that it does say on there, that it does say using the bottom turbine coils that you will need a 25 amp or higher continuous discharge battery is required. So that's one good thing that they say about that. With the regular coils, the regular bottom turbine coil, it is stating that you need a 10 amp continuous discharge battery for those two coils at 0.5 and 1.2 ohms. It says it's 100% organic cotton, blah, 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 blah. All right, so let's take this thing out. Now, Steve did a hell of a job cleaning this bad boy up, but I'm not going to use the drip tip. The drip tip is your standard drip tip. It's a little wide bore. I guess you could call it wide bore. It's wider than your standard drip tip. All right, so I'm going to set that aside. And here's your tank down here. Okay, so it looks like you only can have 4 open at the same time, and then you adjust them if you want it closed off. All 4 of them are closed off like that. If you really want it tight, you have to close it up really tight, but still all 4 of them are going to be open. Okay, so it's the 4 none deal. That's it. 4 or none. All right, so on the bottom, there's not adjustable 510, so again, don't use these on hybrids, and it does not protrude out very much at all. Like I said, I'm gonna run through this really quick. All right, so let's just take this off. This piece does come apart. You want to twist the top. Glass come out in case you break the glass. It does have threads up in there that connect to these threads, and this thread has a little O-ring in it, I guess, to stop juice from getting, you know, in the channel. So let's put this back together. Like, it's very easy to put back together. And there's your holes for filling it. So that's a con for me, because that's kind of crazy. I guess you could pour stuff down in there, but I like, with tanks like this, I like just pouring the liquid down in there. And this one, you're gonna have to take your time. So I guess that's a con for me. They could have came up with a better design for that. All right, so let's get to the coil section. Your coil is in here. You can twist it out. You get your air from down below. Now here's your coil. All right, so it reminds me similar of the high voltage coil. Let's see if you can see that. So on top, well, this one is the high voltage coil, okay? But as you can see, it's a little longer. The high voltage is a little longer, and the airflow holes on the bottom of the high voltage are much bigger compared to this one. Now, all of this, these holes, you know, it's all going to be restrictive down to this chamber right here, and you know, the air that comes through that coil. Okay, so back to this coil. Now, looking on top of it, it does not have like a screen on it. Well, yeah, I don't see no screen on there like most of them come with. Now here's a delta coil. I don't know if you can see that screen down in there, but it's one in there. I just wanted to show you a size comparison. Let's put all these little coils up here together. Okay, so that's the size comparison. So this is a sub-tank, this is the Arctic, this is the Delta, and this is the high voltage. So it looks like it's, you know, it's not as big. This thing right here is huge, this Delta. This thing is huge. But it looks like it has enough cutout to keep those coils saturated. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and prime this now, because I'll be seeing some people say, hey, how do you prime your coils? Well, here's how you prime your coils before you get busy. You just make a mess, because you'd rather make a mess than ruin a $4 or $5 coil. Okay, so you just take your e-juice, take it down in there, and just at an angle and wet up the cotton. So wet that side. I leave mine at an angle like that, and then I turn it over and wet this one. Now you can see this, I don't know if you can make that out, it's starting to get saturated. I didn't even wet the outside yet. I always start with the inside. And I'm making a mess too. So just drip it around. Now the coil is just wet. So it's ready to go. You can see I did not touch it on the outside, and the coil was wet, and I made a little mess. All right. So I'd rather spill a little e-juice than dry fire one of these things. Okay, so it's nice and saturated now. It's ready to go. So I'm gonna put it back together, go up top, and slowly vape this bad boy until it burns up. Let me try to put some juice in it on camera. See how difficult this is. Well, it's not that bad. I don't know if you guys saw that. Just hold it at an angle. Oh yeah, let me put one more in there. I didn't spill none. It's not that bad. Alright, so tap on. That's it. And I'll be up top. Alright guys, to be honest with you, let me put some more juice in here. To be honest with you, I done went through 2 tanks just to give the coil you know, a little bit of break-in time. Alright, so put a little bit more juice in here because it has no problem going through the juice. So I'm just going to start off right off the bat at 100 watts. Alright, so I didn't gradually work my way up to the 100 watts. And we're just going to start at 100 watts. Alright, 100 watts. At 100 watts, it's 4.69 volts. Alright, now I started off at 30, I went to 40. I didn't go past 50 on the first tank. I went through 2 tanks. I didn't go past 40 on the first tank. The second tank, I went to 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and now right now I'm gonna, you know, this is my half a tank. This is 2.5 tanks. I'm at 100. Let's get it popping. Let's just see where it falls short. All right, at 100 watts. Here we go. No dry hit. All right, it's wicking like crazy. I'm gonna keep it upright because I don't want to dry it. All right, keep it upright. All right, 100 watts, no problem. It was just hot. Bam, 110. 110. All right, at 110, it's 5.13 volts. Let's get it popping. Fine. The very last end, it's a little harsh, but it's not burnt, but it's a little harsh. All right, let's take it up to the memory thing. This memory thing is crazy. The fucking SX is worse. I forgot what I was at, so let's just go 100. I think I was at 115. Okay, this is 120. All right. $120 watts. All right, take a couple totes. One more, just for sure. A little burnt, a little bit. Damn, that juice is almost gone. So let's take it up some more. Let's go to 130. 130 watts. Focus. Trust me, it's at 130 watts. It's not being nice to me right now. All right, 130 watts. 5.34 volts. All right. Yeah, that's it. When I first hit it, you can taste the burntness. Now, I've read somewhere that this thing is off, you know, 5 to 10%. So, especially when you get a little higher, it might be higher than that. So, just saying 130 watts, it may be 100 watts. It may be 102 watts. It may be 110 watts. I don't know. But with this coil on this IPv3 at high wattage, I think the highest I got without a burn hit, you know, comfortably was like 115. So let's back it back down to 115 and take a tote. Let's see what it does. All the juice is almost gone already. Now it's hot. Now if you like a super hot vape and short pulls, this might be for you. But the sweet spot for me was like 70, 75 watts. Let me take it down to 70, 75 watts. And at 75 watts, it reached 4.2 volts. All right. So I guess that's what you would get on a Mac with a freshly charged battery. It would be similar to this. Okay. Let me take a tote. That's good. That's good. Like I said, When I first put that first tank in there, the flavor was a little muted, but after the second tank, the flavor started coming alive. It's not a bad tank. I mean, it goes through this juice like really fast. I believe it's a 3 mil tank. It goes really fast. That's the only sucky thing about these new clear muzzles with these small tanks. And I get why they're going small tanks, because they're trying to give you the best flavor. The shorter, they're trying to give you the best flavor, but it sucks up some juice. Let me take another toke. Now, yeah, Jim, I had to use your drip tip. I'll wash it off, and you can wash it off or use your own. But the drip tip that I had with me, it wouldn't fit in there. It was kind of snug. This is this drip tip is from a tugboat, and yeah, it won't fit in there. I mean, it does, but it gets stuck. This one doesn't have any Delrin on it to keep it warm. Now, me going high like that, only the bottom of the device is hot as hell right now. But the glass is a little warm. The drip tip is not hot, but around here is a little warm. Around the tippity top, it's a little warm. But the bottom where the airflow comes in, it's hot. It's hot. Let me take another toke, and then I'm gonna say goodbye. It's good though. It's good. It's not great, but it's good. It's much better than that first Atlantis with that crazy wicking material. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up and say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. And if you know somebody on the Stinkies, especially a family member or a stranger, one of your neighbors, just somebody that you communicate with, and you have some old equipment, tell them, hey, here's my old equipment. Why don't you try it out? Close up the airflow, explain the battery safety to them, and let them know, hey, if you don't like it, just give it a shot. If you don't like it, give it back. I'll give it to somebody else. But this is a great alternative to smoking. You'll smell much better. You tell them they'll smell better. It's like a way of saying, hey, you stink, but I'm not saying you stink. Because we all used to stink. All of us that used to smoke, you didn't smoke and didn't stink. You can admit it now. I hope you're mature enough to know that. I used to stink like shit. You used to stink like shit. Our hands was all smoky. We used to stink. You couldn't put your hands in certain places on your female. It was just, it was just a bad deal. You still got to wash your hand with all this. We walk around with smelling good now, but, we got all that PG, VGs, and sometimes nick on our hands. So it's always good practice to wash your hands. But like I'm saying, I'm rambling on about other stuff. If you know somebody that's on the Stinkies, try to get them off the Stinkies. Let them hold your old equipment. If they don't like it, tell them to give it back. You'll give it to somebody else. Until the next time, please pay it forward. Thank you so much for watching. Forgot to tell you guys, for those of you that won, you got until Sunday. You got until Sunday to get to me so I can send you off your stuff. If you don't get to me till Sunday, don't come at me 2 weeks from now and say, oh man, I want to wear my stuff. I done told you. You got a week to get back to me. I'm going to give it to somebody else. All right. So thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.